Are you photoing us? Yeah, good. Oh.
Smile. How you going?
It really pushes in. I'm like putting all my force into that leg to hold myself up.
Look everyone, I'm a dam. Yes, damn, Adam.
We just went for a swim. Oh, nearly tripped at the waterfall. G'day everyone, welcome back to another episode of Falcon Farming this time. Not my usual adventures on my HPT Falcon page. Right now I'm in Beechworth, Victoria. Nice little town. It is 57 kilometres outside Bright towards Albury. And it is very close to the vibes that you get in Bright. Very quiet little town, lots of trees. There's a little river down here. We're just going to go down this way, and there's a pool behind those houses and the river, and then there's a dam on the other side of that, and Chinese gardens and campground and caravan park, and we're just going to go for a walk. We've just had dinner and just spent the day at Woolshed Falls. I didn't take many photos, but Brent did, so he's going to send them to me later on. But yeah, this episode is me scouting out places to live, places to buy land, where I'm going to try and move and buy a farm, basically. So I've been to many places throughout Australia. My last trip that I did on my other page was through Kosciuszko, and that was really nice. That was something different than I'm used to, which is the road from Sydney to Melbourne, but just a freeway. Yeah, this is me just going to a few more places around the place just to see where is nice to live. So there's a place called Olinda, Olinda, in the Dandenong region. That's where I filmed a video for that. Pretty sure I did. The Dandenong Ranges Botanic Gardens with one of the biggest wallamais I've ever seen. Beautiful spot. The town's only like 100 meters long, and there's like 2 shops, but it is pumping. When I went there was tourists everywhere. You couldn't get a park. It was unbelievable. So really nice vibes, and same here. Like lots of bushland, but not dry bush. It's like, you know, foresty feel. It's really nice. Like a small, quiet town in America, like in rural America type vibes. So really nice. So our trip this time around, we're going to go here, back to Albury, back to Tumut, which is where I sort of passed through on the way to Kosciuszko. I can't remember it though. And then check Tumut out, and then head back to Gundagai, which we stopped at today, and it was really nice. And then to Yass, and then Canberra, and then back home. So I'm going to try and do a lot more filming. Sorry about the shaky camera. And here is the creek. So I'll explain a little bit more later on in a little bit more detail exactly the reasoning for me to go to these certain places. The main reason is I haven't been here, and I've been pretty much everywhere else. but very specific things that I want to look at based off permaculture mindset that I'm going into with looking at this property. So there's some really interesting and specific things that I want to look at. Like, microclimates can change within a kilometre, so it's impossible to find the exact property at the exact location, but the best thing to do is find the best location generalized and then try and find a property within that area. So yeah, I'm basically going to be looking at rainfall events, temperature, rainfall variation, climate zones, like if it's arid or cold or humid or whatever, altitude, like lots of stuff like that, wind direction, rainfall direction, everything you could imagine with designing a permaculture design system. I will be looking at. So I'll explain that when I get back home, and I can do a screen recording of everything and go in more detail of exactly why I'm choosing where I'm going. A little bit of a side note on our little side quest. When we went to Gundagai to have lunch, we stopped there at 11:30. We went to the lookout, and then we went to a cafe, and as I was getting into the car, I sat in the car, sat in the front seat, and I was like, shit. And I jumped straight out. Brent's like, what is he doing? And I just beelined it straight for the house in front of me. They had the tallest wallamai in the yard I've ever seen. It had cones on it, and it had male pollen thingies. So I knocked on the door, and I was like, I love you, wallamai. It was like literally double my height. So like, 3.5 meters tall, easy. And the guy, he's like, oh yeah, next winter I'm gonna like rip it out. I think it's like busted through the bottom of a pot, and it's like seeded itself into the ground. And all the seeds had fallen onto the rocks below, you could see, and one had started sprouting, and he thought it was a sucker. It might have been a sucker, but it also might have been just a seed that had stuck itself between the rocks. So I picked up as many seeds as I could with his permission. And he said, yeah, he's going to basically dig it up next winter. And I said, I'll come back and I'm buying it. I'm going to buy it off you. I'll pay like a couple of grand because that's what it's worth. Trying to get the best deal possible because transportation is risky and I have to somehow squeeze it in my car. And my car can only take about 3.4 meters, so I might just squeeze in. And it's going to be heavy and a bitch to transport and whatnot. But I'm going to buy that wallamai pine, and that means I can start producing my own cones. So I'm going to stop in there on the way back, give him my number, tell him how much I want to pay for it, say g'day, talk a little bit more. So yeah, exciting news. Especially because my wallamai recently died, and it takes 4 or 5 years for them to start producing, and mine was about 3 years old. This is pretty cool. Nice little valley here. Beautiful. Beautiful trees over here. This is the type of stuff I want something like this in my yard. Beautiful. Here's the dam. Beautiful sunsets. Yeah, that wallamai has literally made my trip. I've been frothing over a spot, like a place to buy seeds for ages, and now I can just do it myself for basically forever. And then I can sell the seedlings, make some money off them. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Queen Victoria Park with lots of redwoods and American conifers and stuff, and Douglas firs and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that plaque was once at the bottom of a tree. They smell delicious too. It's like Christmas tree. I wonder if they've got a wallamai in here. Hopefully. Sometimes I wish I could capture my reaction to these. Brent just witnessed it, didn't you? I'm standing here and I'm like, I wonder if there's a wallamai here. And I was like, oh, we should go like on the map. I was like, we should go like up around to the left because there's a big rock shelf up there and more park on the other side. But then I was like, I wonder, like internally I was thinking, maybe if we go to the left, I wonder if there's going to be a wallamai there or if the wallamai is going to be to the right. So we better check. And then like I literally glance over here. There's the sign and I'm standing here at the sign and I'm like, we are here, and I'm like, I wonder if she go to the left or the right, because like more trees over here, so if we go this way we can go like through and around and then back down. And then I just look up and I'm just like, there it is, boom, wallamai pine. Like that was my exact words, there it is. And yes, I can pick them from a mile away because they are very distinct and I've trained myself to pick them out from a crowd. It looks a little bit sick, and they keep planting these in the middle of a field. They don't like full sun. Plant it under a shade, mate. Come on. This doesn't look good at all. It's got like a little cone there. I'd say it's about 1.75 meters tall. This is bad. That's like very, very bad. I need to cut all this dead bit off. They've got a drain for, better watering on a root ball, but, don't plant them in the middle of an open field. They don't like it. You need to plant it in a sheltered spot on an embankment like the Wagga Wagga in my previous video on the Falcon Farm, HPD Falcon page. Wagga Wagga has the best example I've ever seen of it. It is on an embankment in like a man-made little river, and it's on the side of a cliff, friable soil, lots of leaf litter. This, not a good example. Don't do this. They grow to about 20 meters. So Brent just pointed out, it's getting dark. In between these four trees, you can see that nice little patch of green there, that green grass. That's a perfect spot for them because it's well shaded from pretty much all directions. Not sure which way the sun comes from. It could be from that direction. So yeah, but where it is no good. And it will grow to maybe half the size of the tree behind it. So about 20 meters tall, 15 meters tall in the wild. Yeah. Wow, that valley. Look at that. Great view. What do you reckon it is now? Oh, catch! Oh. We are at the Adelong Creek Cascades, similar to what we were at yesterday of Beechworth, and they look pretty nice. It's a little walking track there. Another bridge down there. So that stuff there is all the gold mining ruins. They had to wash and everything down there. These ones aren't as hectic as the ones we had yesterday. They still look pretty fun. Some rapids down here. Definitely keen to jump in. There it is. I caught my reaction this time. I was like, I better pull my camera out because this is probably a wall on my phone. Well, I was actually going to film because it's a nice spot, but look at this beauty. Hello. Oh, look at the new growth. They're the beginnings of a male part of a cone. August 2020 and it's already that big. Holy crap. Brent just missed my reaction to the other one. This is a better reaction too. I was like, another one. Here it is. Here it is, have a look. Oh shit, there's a stick. I wonder who this was donated by, or if it was just naturally growing. Another absolute prime example of where they should be planted. Under a canopy, filtered light. It's probably going to get like maybe an hour of filtered light or full sun, depending on which direction the sun goes. I thought that was another one. I was like, oh. Yeah, so perfect example. This is like, you know, slope. This tree here, deciduous, so it's going to drop all its leaves in winter and then give this some more light. But all those leaves are going to fall onto the ground and provide mulch and shelter and moisture for the soil. It's a sandy embankment because it's on the edge of a creek. The other one, you could see that it was, it had like when the river was up or the creek was up, it's dry as now. You could see like leaf litter like deposited on the timber framing, so it definitely copped some flow at one stage, and this might be just out of the way. You can see this is sort of bent over, so maybe, but yeah, this is a prime example, like loose, friable soil, edge of a embankment. Yeah, absolute beauty. And this one is seeding at the moment. It's a shame I cannot find a like intact cone on this tree. Let's move that out of the way. Get out of the way. What an absolute beauty. We're just coming up to another park. with a giant redwood sequoia. And I'm filming because I reckon there's probably another Wallamai over here. Except this one might be planted in the middle of a field. Look at this. Huge. Oh, a pine tree. Yum, 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 yum. No, this just looks like a normal park. Like a picnic park type thing. Oh well. But there's more parklands further on past the pool on the wetlands, so we might see one. This is a monstrous red gum. Look at it. Go stand next to the trunks, show us how big it is. Do that. That's like 2 meter diameter, easy. This river's flowing really fast. And then it's joining up with another one out there. But this provides power, so the dam releases water through a hydro generator, which provides electricity for the town. So this amount of water is the amount of water needed to power the town. And the ducks having a great old time. It'd be fun to put a kayak in though. I'd do it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
It's big, eh? We found the Wallamais. Got one here and there and there. Wait, no, that's a sprinkler. Anyway, there's one there, and between that tree and next to it, one there, and then one here, and this one's got cones on it. It's about 2 meters tall, maybe 2.1. There's quite a few of them in here actually. This one's looking very healthy. I saw one of them had seeds hanging off it. Hello, Cocky.
So, obviously the outside bit overgrows.
You know you're. Few of them out in the middle of the sun. Some nice big tall pine trees there. Some type of conifer. And then another one in there. Where's the other one? Just down there. They smell good. Really nice. Let me borrow a bit.
I think my bunnies like something. At least something similar.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Hoop pine. Gotta get me one of them. What's this one? Another hoop pine? That's a nice one. Okay, this garden has the most Wallamais I've seen for a garden. So I'll give them that. You just gotta wait till they get bigger. Oh, there's another one. Oh wow. They just keep getting bigger and bigger. Wallamai nobilis C906526.2110. Whatever that means. And another one. That one's nice. This one's nearly as close in height to the one in Albury. And the sign down here has a little dot of where they're located. Only one place in the world, about 70 meters long, 20 meter wide gully. About 50 metre deep, 40 metre deep gully. Got any rainbows? Oh yeah, look, there's a rainbow. If we were a little bit later, it would have been a missed opportunity. So other than the Wallamai, the Huon pine is another one that I like because it's really rare and it grows 1 millimeter a year. And I've been on the lookout for it because, as you can see, it's pretty close to pretty much every other conifer. But this is what I had at home and it died, and the top of it's been exposed to sunlight, so it's not doing it very well. But this little gully here is like the perfect spot for it. So I've been on the lookout in places like this. There's one in Wagga Wagga, similar. But yeah, first time I've ever seen a Huon pine, and it is probably that wide, which is monstrous. This would be hundreds of years old, surely. Here's another one in direct sunlight too, in Canberra, which gets really hot. So I don't know how that one survived and my one didn't. You know, it's in the water down here, but you know. Oh, and another one, holy shit, like they're everywhere. Hopefully when I set up my section where I'm going to start growing my Wallamais, it's going to be outside my bedroom window. I'm going to have misters like that come on with timers and stuff. You know, hopefully I can grow another one of those, because you know it needs a lot of moisture and a lot of shade, so I'm going to set up a shaded spot for my Wallamai pines when I start growing them. Touching a roof. Japanese black pine. Planted in 1951.
Can you zoom in enough to see what the actual problem is?
No, some trees in the way. So we're at the National Arboretum in Canberra. Beautiful spot. 250 hectares, which is like nearly 600 acres. And down here, there's some waterworks going on in the city. We've got a bit of a burst water main happening. Shooting water 40 meters up into the sky. And they have a grove of Wallamais, which is behind this building. Oh yeah, we're on the next hill over. One lone one over here.